Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're jumping into one of the most critical and honestly one of the most misunderstood ideas in data protection, the difference between a snapshot and a backup. And believe me, getting this one wrong can be an absolute disaster. So let's kick things off with a number that should really make you sit up and listen. A recent report from VM on ransomware trends found that a staggering 89% of victims had their backup repositories targeted in the attack. Think about that. Attackers aren't just hitting your live data anymore, they are actively hunting your last line of defense. This completely changes the game. It's not just about whether you have backups anymore. The real question is, can they actually survive an attack? Which forces us all to ask this really important question. And if you think about it from their perspective, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Attackers know that if they can wipe out or encrypt your backups, you've got nowhere else to turn. Suddenly, they hold all the cards, and the pressure on you to pay that ransom goes through the roof. So clearly, just having backups isn't enough. Your whole strategy has to evolve. But before we dig into the solutions, we have got to talk about a huge common mistake that leaves so many people wide open to attack. This right here is the single biggest misunderstanding I see. So many people, even some folks in IT, use the words snapshot and backup like they're the same thing. They are not. They are fundamentally different, and confusing them creates this dangerous false sense of security that can have catastrophic results. Okay, let's get our terms straight, drawing from what folks like VMware and Acronis say. A snapshot is basically a bookmark. It's a point-in-time reference that marks the state of a system. It's not a full independent copy. It's more like a log of all the changes made since that snapshot was taken. And here's the key. It completely depends on the original data to even work. And I absolutely love this analogy from a discussion over on Reddit. It just makes it so clear. A snapshot is a bookmark in a book. A backup is a full photocopy of that book. Now, if the original book burns down, what good is the bookmark? It's useless, right? But that photocopy, that's what saves the day. So don't get me wrong, snapshots have their place. They are fantastic for very specific short-term things. Did you just install a patch that broke everything? A snapshot is perfect for rolling that back quick. They're designed for those little oopsie moments, but for a real disaster, we're talking hardware failure or worse, a ransomware hack, they are absolutely the wrong tool for the job. And this right here, this is their Achilles heel, because a snapshot is just a change log. It lives in the exact same place as the original data. So if that storage system fails or gets hit with ransomware, you lose both, the snapshot and the original data, gone together. They aren't independent. In fact, they're meant to be so temporary that keeping one around for too long actually starts to hurt your system's performance. That change file just gets bigger and bigger. It's why a company like VMware flat out says in its best practices, do not use a single snapshot for more than 72 hours, tops. So when it comes right down to it, it's this simple. Snapshots are for temporary moments in time. Backups are meant to be permanent, independent copies. Now that we've got that crystal clear, let's talk about how to build a backup plan that can actually take a punch. To make your backups truly survivable, it really boils down to two core ideas. Isolation, what we call an air gap, or unchangeability, which we call immutability. Basically, you have to make your backups either impossible to reach or impossible to change. Veeam has a really great way of breaking these two down. An air gap means your backup is literally disconnected. Think of taking a tape or a hard drive, unplugging it, and locking it in a safe. It's the ultimate isolation. Now, recovery might be a little slower, but it's totally safe from an online attack. On the other hand, an immutable backup is online and ready to go, but, and here's the magic, it's digitally locked. The data literally cannot be altered or deleted for a set period. This makes it perfect for recovering super fast, which is exactly what you need in a ransomware situation. So which one should you choose? Well, the great news is you don't have to. The experts all agree the most powerful strategies use both. It's not an either-or thing. They work together to give you layers of defense. Maybe you have an immutable copy for that quick recovery and an air-gapped copy for your ultimate worst-case scenario insurance policy. Okay, so how do we put all this together into a simple plan that you can actually use? Well, luckily for us, the industry has a gold standard rule, and it's been updated specifically for the kinds of threats we're all facing today. Meet the 3-2-1-1-0 rule. It starts with the classic advice. Have 3 copies of your data, store them on 2 different types of media, and keep one of those copies off-site. But here's the modern twist for ransomware. That second one stands for making sure one of your copies is either immutable or air-gapped. This is your secret weapon. And finally, that 0, it means 0 errors. You have to test your backups to make sure you can actually restore from them. An untested backup isn't a strategy, it's just a wish.
All right, we've covered a ton of ground. We've seen why attackers are gunning for backups, why snapshots just won't cut it, and we've looked at the real solutions, immutability and air gaps, and the rule that ties it all together. So let's bring this all home and recap the key things you need to remember.
If you only take away a few things from this explainer, make it these 5. First, snapshots are for temporary oops moments, they are not backups. Second, cyber attackers are actively hunting your backups, it's part of their playbook. Third, you have to protect those backups by making them immutable or air-gapped. Fourth, that 32110 rule is your blueprint for a modern, tough-as-nails strategy. And finally, and this one is so important, a backup you haven't tested is not a backup at all. Test it. And that really leaves us with one final crucial question you need to ask yourself. If a disaster struck today, right now, would your backups actually survive? Would they be there for you when you need them the most? Something to think about. Thanks for watching.